With the unlimited amount of information going on in this information world of ours, when you put your mind to complete a task, it becomes very difficult because there's a lot of distractions that you can put your mind to instead of doing the work. Unfortunately for us, we all have limited amount of time and energy that we can put into accomplishing something. Nobody has 25 hours. Jeff Bezos doesn't have 25 hours. No wealthy person has more hours than you and I. So what makes them accomplish a lot of things in a short period of time than most people? Well, to be successful in anything that you want to do in this world, you require focus. You need to know how to focus on one specific thing at a time. And how do you do that? Well, from my personal experience, there are 5 things that actually help me to focus on things and help me accomplish things in a short period of time than most people. And that is what we'll be talking about in this video. So, the first point I will start with is your environment, your working space. So if you're someone who works most of the time indoors and you have your phone by your side, you have a speaker system by your side, or you're actually listening to music, or you have kids around running, or you have like a spouse who is playing music, or home screen of double items and icons that are placed on your home screen, it's going to distract you. And even when you open your browser and your browser is filled with different tabs, YouTube is open playing something, you are checking there's the price of a car, or you are doing something else instead of just focusing on the work that's in front of you. So people don't actually take notice of this, but it's one thing. For instance, if you have like a can of milk or soda or a food just laying around, it kind of distracts you. That when you are working and your eyes is focused, you might be distracted. Your environment may actually take your attention from what you're actually doing. But people don't actually understand this. Our environment plays a major role on how our focus is being robbed most of the time, and we don't even pay attention to it. So the second point I will talk about is diet. And yes, I know you guys are going to say, what has diet got to do with focus? But if you've been someone that has fasted, or you've experienced fasting before, that's you just going days without eating or drinking, you tend to experience this sense of clarity in your mind, right? There's a sense of clarity that sharpens your focus. It sharpens your mind, that your attention to details is very quick, that you notice things that people don't actually notice because your brain is clear. There's no dirt, there's no fog, there is nothing, it's just clear. And if your diet is not clean, it's going to affect you heavily on the way you focus. You might have good sleep, your environment is good, you might do everything, no distractions, but you can't focus because there's fog in your brain, there's no clarity. So for instance, if you work and you eat a heavy meal before or 30 minutes before you start working, your focus is going to go down. Your focus is going to be reduced. So if you're eating fast food, all these cholesterols, all these fats, it all reduces the strength of your brain. And it gets to a certain point, the limits that you can use your brain to focus on something hugely or dramatically reduces. And stay away from carbohydrates most of the time because it takes time to digest. And if you've experienced this, the moment after eating a heavy food, most of it is carbohydrates, you feel like sleeping. So imagine just doing that right before you start working. So diet is a very important thing when you are trying to focus. Just eat clean. Like for instance, I myself, I do an intermittent fasting, so I don't eat from morning. I just drink water till 1 p.m. Then I have eggs, which is protein. I just eat just eggs. Then after 3 hours at 4 p.m. I eat like a steak with potatoes, which is just clean based natural food, no man-made food. It's just all clean. It sharpens my mind. So diet is a very important thing when you are trying to focus. And the next thing that is very key that even wealthy people actually use is meditation. Meditation actually is really done to help you focus. We have all these thoughts in our head that just comes in and goes out that we don't even have no control of. But when you sit down and you meditate, it's to shut the mind of thinking and focus on you not thinking. So imagine when you train yourself that regularly, when you do this regularly on a daily basis, religiously, It trains your mind to focus on things that you are trying to focus and eliminate other things that are not important. It just eliminates distractions from your mind, so that when you laser focus and know, okay, this is what I'm doing, you've trained your mind to know how to do that. And like I said, meditation, it's an action just to help you focus on what you are doing and just eliminate anything else that is not part of your plan. So the next point that I'm going to talk about is something that's going to have a huge effect on your life, which is completing things. We live in this attention deprived economy that when we are trying to watch something, we've been accustomed to just scrolling this TikToks, this reels, this short, that our attention span is very short. So we don't even like to complete things. Even when we're listening to music, it's like, we're listening to music, we'll skip to that up there. When we are watching a movie, we'll skip to this. We can't complete this. So, when you train yourself, like for me, for instance, when I'm listening to a song, I make sure I complete the whole song, whether I don't like it. Even when I'm eating, I make sure I sit down and complete eating before I move on to something else. Whether it's a movie, make sure you finish completing every single part of the movie before you try to change it. Just make sure you complete things. Even if it's a short video, make sure you watch it till the end. And these things are going to program your mind that when we start doing something, we complete it. And this is going to help you during your work time. So for instance, when you're maybe typing an email and something pops out, you are not supposed to attend to that. You're supposed to finish this first and then move on to the next. And that is how systems are placed. That's how you place systems. That, okay, we'll do this at this point, we'll do this at this time. Not jump into this, because when you keep doing that, nothing will get accomplished. And by the time the day ends, you realize you've not accomplished anything, but you thought you've worked. And find yourself being lost from what you were supposed to do. You log on to do something, then after 4 hours, you're actually doing something else, because you weren't able to complete the first thing that you started with. So train yourself to complete stuff. When you start something, make sure you complete it. And finally, the most common thing that, there's a trait that is in all of us, not just, you, even me and everyone that I know, is our ability to resist things. When we are doing something and we are actually in the flow of doing the thing, then something just pops in your head. Oh, I should move this cup, or I forgot to turn off the lights in my room, like, or maybe I should go and take a piss, like, this thought that keeps running, that you just be doing the work, and that thought, when you buy into it, it takes you away from the work, and now you find yourself doing other things. It's very hard, but try to resist these thoughts. Like if you're working and I feel like buying a sound, no, resist. I feel like checking my mess, resist. What's going on Insta, resist. I forgot it, resist. Make sure you resist everything that is in your mind, that thought that is trying to distract you. Force yourself to resist, because it's not about the focus. It's not, the focus is not needed. It's you being capable to, not fall into distractions. So try as much to eliminate all the distractions that, all these thoughts that will lead you to distraction. So when there's something that, no, this is not what we are doing, this is what we are doing. Resist. And these are my 5, points or things that I use to laser focus on things when I'm trying to accomplish things. And if you try these things and any one of the things that stand up or help you the most after watching this video, let me know in the comments, and I'll be glad to know, some of these things are helping you guys. And remember, we all have 24 hours. We all have the same amount of energy. Nobody has more of these things than you. Not the billionaires, nobody. It's how they use their time. And if you are trying to accomplish things, it's only focus. It's only focus. So if you like this video, give me a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. As always, my name is Salim. Peace.